Okay, so now in the second part, I'm going to read the report all out to you. And it reads like this. Maria was a very severe Cape Verde hurricane that ravaged the island of Dominica at Category 5 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale intensity, and later devastated Puerto Rico as a high-end Category 4 hurricane. It also inflicted serious damage on some of the other islands of the northeastern Caribbean Sea. Maria is the third costliest hurricane in United States history. So, this is the official report right now. This is the official report. So, if we can go to the second page, but this is where it all began, synoptic history from September the 16th to the 30th September. But I'm not going to read the whole report because it's too long and you guys may be bored, so I just read until it exits Puerto Rico. That will suffice. So let's go and read it. Synoptic history says Maria originated from a well-defined tropical wave that departed the west coast of Africa on September the 12th. The system moved westward over the tropical Atlantic for the next few days while producing scattered and disorganized deep convection. By September the 15th, showers and thunderstorms increased and began to show signs of organization, with some curved cloud bands developing. Deep convection then quickly became more consolidated and better organized, and it is estimated that a tropical depression formed about 580 miles to the east of Barbados by 1200 UTC on September the 16th. The best track chart of the tropical cyclone's path is given in Figure 1, with the wind and pressure histories shown in Figures 2 and 3, respectively. The best track positions and intensities are listed in Table 1 square, or Table 1.5, whatever you want to call it. Oops, my bad. Let me go back. It's my computer. This is not an Apple computer. This is like a BCL or something like that. I don't know what's it called. And it says like this. Moving westward to the south of a mid-level high-pressure area, the cyclone strengthened into a tropical storm around 1800 UTC on September the 16th. Maria turned towards the west-northwest shortly thereafter and quickly intensified into a hurricane by 1800 UTC on September the 17th. While situated in an environment of warm sea surface temperatures and light vertical shear, the hurricane strengthened extremely rapidly. Maria became a 100-knot major hurricane by 1200 UTC on September the 18th, which is a Category 3 hurricane, and on September 18th, and just 12 hours later, as it neared Dominica, it became a Category 5 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 145 knots, which is 165 miles per hour. The hurricane made landfall on the island with that intensity and an estimated minimum central pressure of 922 millibars, around 115 UTC on September the 19th. Let me scroll the bar a little bit down so we can read the whole report. Let me read a say. After striking Dominica, Maria continued moving west-northwest and entered the northeastern Caribbean Sea. Slight weakening had occurred due to the system's interaction with the mountainous island of Dominica, but the hurricane soon regained intensity and strengthened to its peak intensity of 150 knots, with a minimum pressure of 908 millibars, around 300 UTC on September the 20th, while centered about September the 19th must be. Sorry about the 20th, it's the 19th. While centered about 25 nautical miles south of St. Croix. Okay, 150 knots must be 170 miles per hour, which is well into Category 5. And says, Maria moved west-northwestward to northwestward toward Puerto Rico, and after reaching maximum intensity, it underwent an eye wall replacement cycle, with an outer eye wall becoming more dominant by the time the center of the system reached Puerto Rico, which is in Figures 4A and 4B. The hurricane weakened somewhat before its landfall on that island due to the Iowa replacement, but also grew in size. Which is what do they mean is that the tropical storm force winds expanded and the tropical storm wind field expanded and the hurricane force wind expanded also. And also the inner eye wall, which is where the strongest winds of category 5 or category 4 hurricanes and near Puerto Rico, whatever it was intensity official. So we just read it by this report and then I'm going to give my own thoughts. If that intensity at landfall in Puerto Rico should be adjusted up a little bit, just up a little bit, like it happened with Hurricane Michael last year. And it took me like 6 months to make a full report on the storm. So I'm going to read it out loud. Say, Maria Setter crossed the southeast. Oh my God. Let me just. There we are. The hurricane weakens. Let me read it again. The hurricane weakened somewhat before its landfall on that island due to the Iowa replacement, but also grew in size. Maria Setter crossed the southeast coast of Puerto Rico near Yabucoa around 10:15 UTC on September the 20th, which is like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. And the hurricane's maximum winds at that time, let's just read it out loud, guys. So this is where the real evidence of this video is right now. Be ready. Fasten your seatbelts, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Here comes the big reveal. And the hurricane's maximum winds at that time were near 135 knots, which is 155 miles per hour, just below the threshold of category 5 intensity. 155 miles per hour, 155 miles per hour. It's a category 4, a strong category 4 hurricane, but also capable of catastrophic damage, no doubt about it. But 157 plus is a category 5. The hurricane center crossed the island roughly diagonally from southeast to northwest for several hours and emerged into the Atlantic around 1800 UTC on September the 20th. By that time, Maria had weakened after interacting with the landmass of Puerto Rico, and its maximum winds were estimated to be 95 knots, which is probably 100 miles an hour, a Category 2 hurricane. But I do believe that Maria exited Puerto Rico as a Category 3 with 115 miles per hour. A little bit stronger because... Okay, let's just read it aloud, whatever says in here. Let's just go to the pictures. Okay, let's just go to the... Wait. So on the next part, we're going to show you the meteorological statistics and the winds and pressure ratings. So stay tuned.